Hey guys, I think I might be a bit of a micromanager, and I may just be realizing it now, after 7 years in, that I micromanage a little bit. And I'll tell you what got me thinking about it. I've mentioned the podcast before, the Jocko podcast. It's awesome. It has a lot of my favorite things. It has war stories, it has leadership, it talks about management, it talks about business, all kinds of good stuff. And they were talking about micromanaging today, and they were drawing some parallels between driving and like a backseat driver type thing and micromanaging, right? And so when you backseat drive someone, you kind of take over for them, and they stop thinking for themselves. Turn right, turn left, etc. Kind of like, like when you depend on GPS, and then all of a sudden you realize that you've driven to this place, half dozen times using GPS. You could not get there without GPS. So you stop thinking for yourself. You stop kind of learning and being independent. The same thing really applies, for leaders and for managers. If you're doing all the thinking by micromanaging for your team members, they stop being creative. They stop learning. They stop being able to manage themselves, and that's a crazy consequence. To take that away from somebody. And I think I've fallen into that trap because I'm so gung-ho on processes. I have to have a process to everything. And I do that because I want consistency. I want to know that things are going to be done exactly a certain way. And so I create these steps. But through that, people lose their creativity, I think. And here's where it gets even stickier, is I turn it on and off at different times. So sometimes I'm process driven, process heavy, follow the process, and then other times I expect to be able to say, hey, go do this, and expect that they'll figure it out by themselves. But it doesn't work that way, and that's what they were really getting at on the Jocko podcast, was you can't turn it on and off. It is either 1 or it is 0. And I've been sort of running things in expecting that I can flip back and forth, and that's just not the way it works. I either micromanage or I don't micromanage. I can't micromanage, strip away someone's creativity, and then expect that I can flip a switch and they're going to be creative again. So I don't know how to tackle this, because there is, we have services, we have products that are done the exact same way every single time, and the way we train is through processes. But at the same time, I want to be able to I want to know that I could give someone something, so someone on my team something, and say, just go get it done, and they'll know that they've got to figure it out for themselves, and they'll be creative, and they'll find new ways of doing something that I couldn't have imagined. I want best of both worlds, and I don't know how to make that happen. So I'm reaching out to you. I'm hoping that like in similar videos that I've made, that you'll help me, and that you'll provide me with some feedback, and perhaps we can learn together. If you like these videos, if you learn from the comments, if you want to engage more, I hope you'll leave a comment. I hope you'll subscribe to the Steel Entrepreneur Show on YouTube, and support us on Facebook by following us on Facebook. We got a bunch of other social handles, but those are sort of the chief ones. But more than anything, I hope you'll help me out. We're in this together, and I'm looking forward to chatting. Thanks, guys.